In this section, we'll be talking about linear inequalities. But the first thing we want to do is review the 4 different inequality symbols. The first one we have looks like an arrow pointing to the right. This is the greater than sign, meaning if we wanted to add numbers to both sides of this, we could write something like 3 is greater than 2. The next one would be something that looks like an arrow pointing to the left. This is our less than sign. And if we want to add numbers to each side of this, we could write a statement like -1 is less than 5. If you have trouble recalling which one is greater than, which one is less than, there are 2 tricks to keep in mind. The first one is, like I mentioned, these look like arrows. So you think of the arrow as pointing to the smaller number. The other trick that is a little silly and kind of for kids, but always seems to work, is that you think of the hungry alligator, and the hungry alligator always eats the bigger number. So either of those 2 tricks can help you remember which direction that's pointing and what's indicating which is the larger side of the inequality. We also have a statement that looks like that greater than symbol, but then has a straight line under it. This sign is called, or would be read as greater than or equal to. In this case, we could write a statement very similar to that first one and say that 3 is greater than or equal to 2. And we could also say that 3 is greater than or equal to 3. The fact that we add that or equal to portion means the expressions on each side have the possibility that they could be equal to each other. That's different than our strict inequalities. For instance, the greater than symbol, if we were to write 3 is greater than 3, then that would very clearly be a false statement. So that's the difference that or equal to bar adds. Similarly, we have the less than or equal to symbol. Where we could write a statement like -1 is less than or equal to 5. And we could also say that -1 is less than or equal to -1, since we have that equality portion included with that inequality sign. But if we wrote a statement where we said that -1 is strictly less than -1, that would again be a false statement. So the first 2 are our strict inequalities. The expression on one side is strictly greater than or less than the other side. Then when we add that or equal to, we just have that second possibility. Either one side is the larger side, or it's equal to the expression on the other side, or similarly with the less than statement. Either one side is less, or the 2 sides are equal to each other.